The B-side in boxing.
B-side shit.
B-side.
B-side.
And the B-side.
You got a B-side.
The B-side. B-side.
B-side.
B-side.
That B-side thing.
This is the B-Sides Boxing Podcast.
Yeah, we already started, by the way. No intro, just roll.
Nah, I guess still got to do the
Boxing B-sides.
boxing fucking B-sides. What? What mess was that before the clap? You're gonna have to go to fucking Patreon to find out.
Dude, eating 3 triple burgers, you're getting the fucking clap. Jesus Christ.
Dan Raphael.
Dan Raphael.
Dan Raphael.
Dude.
Oh man, joined by the homies Saul and Josh. How you guys doing?
We good.
We're good.
And got
We also have our
a
the
special
crossover
guest.
episode.
Yeah, it's a crossover episode with Isaac.
Here we go again.
The rematch.
Still not quite the B-sides versus casuals 2v2.
Well, we all know that B-side win because it's boxing, so, you know.
In boxing, yeah.
We'll see.
Hey, we got Terrence Crawford. You
I
guys
do
got...
love. I was just gonna say, I do love me some boxing.
Yeah, you'd
will
be
say
surprised
that-
at how much boxing chatter goes on over there.
Yeah.
I will be honest, though. I will be honest that the UFC these past couple weeks have been better than boxing, though. I will say. I gotta hand it to you guys.
Bro, this month, August has been dire for boxing.
I think it's probably the most dire month of boxing in probably years, dude. Honestly.
It's been
Yeah, I spent
bad.
some time.
I don't know, man. Were you like Matchroom Fight Camp was probably the worst month I've ever had in my life of boxing. when Eddie Hearn did that bullshit in his backyard.
Since the pandemic, yeah, this is
Okay, this is the worst. This is the worst. Cause I was gonna say Fight Camp was this is horseshit. They tried to pretend that Alan Babbage was
Oh, I remember
gonna be
that.
we got Alan Babbage's rise, where he proposed to his girlfriend and shit after beating some drunk guy who was sitting in a food truck 30 minutes before he got out there.
I mean, it's just a symptom of a changing sport right now. You know, that's why it's kind of bad right now. Top Ring can't put on his shows. Bull and the Boy lacks, you know. Fighters to put
Golden
on
Boy
shows.
lacks everything.
Yeah, they lack everything. Matchroom, their fighters just recently fought, or they're gonna be put on a rehab season fight.
You know, it was all
DDT
downhill.
fucking-
It was all downhill when Triller went out of business.
Yeah.
That's when it was downhill.
That's a deep
The
cut.
real.
Would he
The
be
real
okay
Nexus
Prime versus
point.
Triller?
I can't. I heard Angela once say BLK crime on a podcast, and it's been stuck in my head for years at this point.
Well, I think we must be woke then, because we would never say that type of shit.
Yeah, we're left-wing grifting, guys. We would never say BLK crime.
Yeah.
BLK crime. Who would say that?
No one would ever say that to describe a shady money laundering front that would give Terrence Crawford more money than God.
That is fucking nutty. We're gonna get fucking canceled.
Saul, you mentioned symptoms of a changing sport, and I wanted to ask the Ali Act. What are they calling it? The Ali Revival Boxing Revival Act now? The changes that they're proposing to it?
The Muhammad
think-
Ali
yeah.
Boxing Revival Act. There it
Oh my
is.
god, dude. Some bullshit. It actually is bullshit. It is an attempt to screw over the fighters. It's very blatant. That's what it's trying to do.
Yeah.
This is trying to change it to the UFC model, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's gonna be a minimum, but it also basically gets rid of the your promoter can't be your manager shit. That was the whole purpose of the act to begin with.
Which is bullshit, you know.
That's
I
not
don't
good.
know why they're trying to change that shit. You know?
It's it basically throws out I think the boxing fan misunderstands the purpose. The average boxing fan misunderstands the purpose of the Muhammad Ali Act. Because it's just the purpose isn't a universal act to help fighters. It's a very specific law meant to protect fighters from something that screwed over Muhammad Ali specifically.
And it's a really good act.
Yeah,
Really
like
good law.
the whole point of your manager not being able to be your promoter as well is because it's so you can have two voices as well as your own, and so you don't get fucked. Like your manager is supposed to be in your best interest and your promoter isn't.
Yeah.
But when they're the same person, usually you get fucked over.
You have to fight Larry Holmes when you're fucking.
You have to fight Larry Holmes and
Fucked up,
Trevor Burbick when you belong in a
yeah.
fucking literal care facility.
Exactly.
Tim Witherspoon getting dragged out of fucking rehab to fight a world title fight. Larry Holmes basically made no fucking money his whole career because of this guy. Like this act exists not because like the whole pretense is, like the reason why they're probably going to end up passing the revival act is because people don't know what the purpose of the original is.
Not even that. It's just Dana White's connected to the White House. We all know
Yeah,
that.
Yeah.
but just like in terms of the like court of public opinion, I guess, because like so many people would just be like, see, fighters aren't protected enough by the Muhammad Ali Act, and I'm like, no, that's not the point of it.
Yeah, I mean,
The point is
they've
so
been
Bob Arum can't go, hey, I'm gonna kill your whole family if you don't fight. I don't
Yeah,
care
they've
that
been-
you're on drugs. Like
they've been talking about like we're gonna make sure fighters have full coverage insurance. I've seen it in the UFC, man, and
Oh my
the whole TKO thing, Dana White crossing over into boxing. I've seen it, man. The pay model is not good over there. They make a really low percentage of the total revenue. It's not good. That they pass
like
this law.
even the new minimum that they're going to institute is lower than the actual minimum in most states.
Yeah.
Because
It's
the thing
probably
is that
ridiculous.
like the minimum in most states is it's a little lower than the proposed minimum in the bill, but state minimums are like after taxes. Versus the minimums that are proposed in the bill were like, let's say you take home $900 before for like a 3 or 4 rounder, but that's after taxes. You take that home. The way the bill's structured is like, okay, it's a minimum $1,000, but then you have to pay taxes on all of it.
Is the take home, does that include like paying your coach and your cornerman and all that?
No. So like the part of the argument used by like the TKO stuff is, oh, these guys only take home like $750 for fighting, and I'm like, but that's after everything's paid for in some way because the state ensures
Guarantees
that.
it, right?
Yeah, and you have a manager who is not your promoter, who
They're
is acting in your best interest.
right. The promoter acts in the best interest of the event.
Themselves.
Right.
Yeah. But the way the bill is structured, which is by the UFC, is so fucked, is that like the promoter and the manager are the exact same. The manager is gonna say, "You're taking this cut. I'm basically pocketing the rest." It is in the combined manager promoter's best interest to fuck you.
This is, like you said, this is the issue. Like, not enough people know what the act like really is.
Yeah.
So it's
People's-
it's gonna get blown by. Like it's
people go Al Heyman violates the Muhammad Ali Act, but the thing is that like there's no like all these fighters have managers that then work through Heyman.
Heyman
As
is
the-
a manager for some, right?
Yeah, but then you have your like Lou DiBella, like then there's other promoters. It's never
Right.
he's never in the same.
or
The
Yeah,
Cuban.
Samson,
Brown.
DiBella, yeah, Loeffler, even, yeah. All these guys. So that's what I mean. Like, because of the act, it's not Al Heyman is shaking hands with himself on something.
Right.
He sits at one end of the table only. Even if they all have a cooperative relationship, the fighter still ends up getting the best deal they can as a result of this act.
And we're just
Which
gonna
is-
turn that on its head, This is what fucking Dana White's been waiting for, right?
Yeah,
Get
like
himself
he
into boxing.
he basically turns
Yeah.
boxing into a fucking Walmart job.
My opinion, I think TKO's is going to become another boxing promotional company. Either that or
Yeah.
become like OTX on fucking
But
DAZ.
it's a net negative if they get the act passed though, just because like let's
It affects
assume
everybody.
PBC and like Al Heyman stay like with the moral, like, well, mostly moral cooperative arrangement they have where like he doesn't sit at both sides of the table at one time. But like obviously like Frank Warren and Bob Arum, it's the good old days again.
Mhm.
And like
They're creaming at the thought of that shit.
yeah, like Bob Arum will live another 20 years off of the fucking souls he steals with those with those renegotiated contracts. Like that's what I mean though. Like there's some guys who like they're like notice like the silence of like Bob Arum right now when it comes to this act.
Yeah,
Like,
all
he
the
knows.
promoters are quiet.
Yeah. Like Al,
Yeah.
like PBC is like traditionally quiet. They don't like, again, they're gonna, the assumption, at least my assumption, is that they're just gonna continue operating how they have been, because like this relationship, the relationship of like fighter, manager, promoter for the last like 20 years has brought them more cash than anyone else in the sport in revenue. So there's no reason to fix what ain't broke. But I'm saying some of these other promoters are just like, they're quiet because like if it passes, it's not just Dana who's going to show up and reinvent the wheel. Like everyone else is just going to revert to, yeah, you're getting paid potato chips and fighting who I want you to when I want you to.
Do you think we will see a TKO belt be made within the next 5 years?
Oh fuck no.
Yes.
Yes, but not in a way that like matters.
You know, you think it'll be like IBO type, like just not
It's
legitimate,
not even IBO type. It's like how
below that even.
like not, because it won't even be like a regional belt type thing. It's like those flashy like the YouTuber belt stuff, like the Misfits belt.
Oh, like the Aztec belt.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like that, like it's a ceremonial belt, like the like
ring
you know how
belt.
they do the BMF belt, and
Yeah.
yeah, that's basically the equivalent for it. It's good. They're gonna get like two guys who just do fucking rock'em sock'em robots who aren't great to fight each other, and they're gonna be like, this is the best fighter,
The
or
thing
this is
that
the most
UFC
exciting fighter.
UFC's already put their hands in boxing already, dude. Fucking Dana White with the Fight Pass.
Yeah, but that's
Eh.
it's basically just more shit to put on Fight Pass, so he doesn't have to fill those dates. That's different.
And it's
I guess.
the boxing that's on Fight Pass is run by the promoters that are signed to it.
Yeah.
360 Promotions. They put the events on.
So the pay and stuff is not like, it's basically Dana White paying those guys for the license to put it on Fight Pass, so he doesn't have to fill dates and content.
Mhm.
It's
Like a cheap
not
motherfucker.
Dana White directly organizing it.
So this one, he's gonna be like building it.
Yeah.
Basically. Isaac, how do you feel about? And be honest. We won't clown you or anything. Be completely honest. How do you feel about Dana White being in boxing?
Dude, I mean, this is, I mean, I'll be the first one to say, dude, I hate Dana White. And I've seen the stuff that he does in UFC. Like, it's, like, I mean, I sort of am worried about boxing. Like, I've seen how he's completely, like, whitewashed the sport of MMA. I mean, just complete, like, monopoly. The fighter pay super low. I mean, the quality of UFC content has been going down the drain in recent years. It's just, everything just feels like it's just like sanitized almost. It just like, not really like any vibes to it. And I'm sort of worried what
Like
he's going to do to
corporate?
boxing. Yeah.
What's weird?
Just-
Weirdly enough, what White end up the weird clash that is kind of like, it's at least it's a little obvious to me that is going to end up happening is gonna be that like Dana's gonna run shit like he does in the UFC and like into the ground in terms of entertainment quality. But remember that like Turkey isn't here to make money; he's here to play with his action figures. So I think that's where the disconnect's gonna happen because Dana's gonna be trying to make money from these events, and Turkey's gonna be like, "What the fuck? Why aren't my action figures fighting?"
Well, I will say this that fucking this first TKO event, dude, is fucking ass. It is so buns. Seriously, like they have.
Now, I'm not saying he's playing with his. I'm not saying Turkey is good at playing with his action figures. We saw that. We're seeing this with the ring events.
I understand
This
that.
guy's-
I'm just
guy's
talking
not
about the
good.
event itself.
It's dog
Canelo
shit.
Crawford event. It is dog shit. They have Kyle Walsh fighting Fernando Vargas as the co-main event, rather than Christian Billy versus Lester Martinez, which is a really good fight, I would say.
Very good.
But they have
Yeah.
fucking Kyle
Again.
Walsh versus Fernando Vargas Jr., a fucking Marv Nation fighter, a goddamn
I'm
Marv
not
Nation
saying-
fighter.
I'm not saying Turkey is any good at playing with his action figures, but at some point, Turkey will want to continue playing with his action figures, and Dana will want to cut down on pay and shit, and then that's the disconnect.
Because then you're not going to be able to track any fighters
Yeah, like
to TKO.
you can't just throw money and make your action figures fight. You're gonna actually have to think and make it work. And I don't think Turkey wants to do that, but Dana will. Like, that's where the disconnect's gonna happen. I think Dana's doomed to fail in boxing just because the horse he's hitched his wagon to is literally only here to play with action figures and nothing else.
It's sad. It's very
Like-
sad.
Like if Dana hitched his ride with like Blatnovic, for example, like back when Blatnovic was bankrolling Matchroom USA and shit, that's when you would have seen this be a much more disastrous occurrence, because Blatnovic actually wanted to make money back eventually by building up. He put his faith in Eddie Hearn, so it didn't work out. But Blatnovic's end goal was to build up Matchroom USA and DAZN as a power broker in boxing and make that money back. And like we go from paying fighters a lot to very little. I don't think it'll happen here just because like the like Russian oligarchs can run out of money. Until Saudi Arabia runs out of oil and slaves, they're not like the money is literally endless.
Damn.
And that's where Dana White's gonna fail, just because Turkey would rather his name be praised by nerds on Reddit and Twitter for making a fight happen than to save the money. Because at the end of the day, it's a PR project and not it's a PR project that he happens to be invested in the way like a 13-year-old's invested in fights rather than like a business. The business is the oil.
Are we
It's a bit-
conspiracy theorists? Are we boxing conspiracy theorists?
Yes.
Not really. We are definitely conspiracy theorists, but like it makes sense, right? Like putting it this way, that Dana won't succeed now, but he could have succeeded when DAZN was starting up.
That's true.
Just because, like, yeah, the way I've been describing the bubble bursting isn't in the sport is doomed way. It's in Turkey gets bored and leaves, and then like the sport just needs to be lifted up with a couple TV deals again.
I feel like with fucking TKO, the biggest problem is going to be finding talent, because in all honesty, I really doubt that they're going to be getting any good talent, any exciting talent that they can make stars, just because the other promotional companies that have been here for decades now are struggling already to find stars.
It also doesn't help that like everyone knows about Dana White, and like because like at least like the scam with Don King is that like despite all of what he does with fighters, like he has his glory days where he ran the sport, right?
Mm-hmm.
So he can pull the scam on someone very stupid, being like, look, I can take you to these heights. I've done it before. But with Dana White, his entire career has been boxing is dead, boxing is dead, boxing is dead. So like I don't think any like star is stupid enough to fall for it with Dana White compared to Don King.
I feel like even Jake Paul is a better fucking promoter than
That's true.
fucking
But that's because
Dana White.
Jake, like, say what you will about Jake Paul, though, because, like, he doesn't have to invest in women's boxing of all things. He totally could have just bought a bunch of young prospects.
He does have a prospect series.
He does, but I'm saying in terms of, like, the headlining,
Oh,
like,
right.
he could have totally purchased, like at the point where he was starting up, Boots was a pretty cheap contract. Virgil was a pretty, like, these guys had pretty, like, Boots was a pretty cheap contract because he was fight by fight with PBC. Like,
Virgil, I don't know. He was with Golden Boy.
yeah, so you could have probably bought him out, honestly.
Yeah.
That's what I
Obviously,
mean,
maybe,
though. Like,
young guys like fucking like
Even
Floyd
it-
Schofield.
yes, but like
Huh?
you pick up all the like the third rack like young exciting guys,
Mhm.
and you start a promotion if you're Jake Paul and have that money. But instead, he decided to actually like build a superior like he has most of women's boxing in his stable. So that's what I mean. It's very good and impressive that like he took his time building a quality promotion in
Made it
like
happen.
in a pretty ethical way, when realistically he probably could have just bought his way in.
Yeah. I mean, it's ironic that Jake Paul's one of the more ethical promoters in the sport, I will say.
Yeah. I think the only complaint I've seen is Ashton Sylvie being like, they released me after I lost horribly
Mhm.
and signed the guy who won, and I'm like, that's just the business sometimes. Unfortunately, that's the business sometimes.
I mean, that's what they did with Matchroom did with Anthony Sims Jr. You know,
Yeah,
let his
but
ass-
the thing is that
remember his ass,
but the complaint is that they released him, not that they didn't pay him or blacklist him or anything.
Well, no, they did. They did kind of blacklist Anthony Sims Jr. just a little bit.
No, I'm saying the complaint for Ashton Sylvie from
Oh.
about MVP.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, like you think about it, you're like, all they did is say, hey, you're not an MVP fighter anymore, and it's not like we're not paying you, and like the usual, we're not paying you, you're blacklisted, don't even show up to your gym, of like back in the old days. Like
That is cooked.
this is actually like MVP is rather ethical.
Yeah.
Like, and so I'm not against Jake Paul in the sport, man. Like this is like I'll sit through the bullshit if it means like we have another promoter that actually has some vision in the space.
Dude, I mean, he's done a crazy amount for women's boxing.
Yeah.
I mean, it was on a Netflix card. I mean, they do big events.
Yeah.
I mean, that was insanely massive.
And it's not like he only sticks like Serrano on his undercards. Like he literally specifically let her shine in three events, as well as promoting other women on his cards. Like now he signed Savannah Marshall, right? Most recently, and Terry Harper.
Alicia Baumgartner.
That too. This like you have all of women's boxing. Like it's good.
Let's move to Tank and his charges being dropped. Domestic violence.
Yeah.
I'm not sure what else to say besides what a piece of shit.
Yeah.
I mean, the thing is, I feel like he still did it.
Which time?
He's done it in the past.
Yeah, I was
Well,
gonna say,
Yeah, I mean,
fucking
history
time.
would support that. Yeah, he already has a case. Prior
I
to
just-
this, so.
It's on literally on video too, where he's choking that one woman out of the
Yeah.
basketball game.
I don't know. Like, I don't know. Tank sucks. He's still probably the most entertaining watch in our sport
I disagree.
in terms of like atmosphere for the fights. I'm not saying in terms of
Yeah.
pure fighting style. I'm saying just like as an event.
Yeah, I
Honestly,
mean,
I
he's
disagree with that as
still a big star. Yeah, he's a big star. I don't know. I mean, number wise, I think
Like
Tank
just
probably
as
is
just as an event, like you don't need to
Yeah.
build under like everyone else. You still have to sort of build an undercard.
Hmm.
Tank, you don't have to build an undercard.
Yeah, I mean, in terms of starting, he's probably one of the biggest stars in the sport, of
Yeah.
course.
You just
I just
don't
mean,
have to
like,
build.
in atmosphere, like I think honestly, I hate to say it, but like I think those brick cards, dude, those brick like an Anthony Joshua fight, dude, they get fucking turned up, dude.
Mm.
Type shit, dude.
Oh, they do
It's
like
Yeah,
the
but the-
soccer
Sweet
chants.
Caroline, yeah, dude. Like they
I
get
don't know.
turned
The
up.
fights. I'm just considering like quality of the fighter, quality of the fight, and like the event, because it's not just the event. It's like fight week and everything in Vegas or Baltimore or wherever.
Yeah, we'll say it kind of gives you like an old feeling, like how it used to be back
Yeah,
in the day.
yeah. Like Tank is a bit of an old school star. You don't even like again. Just the fact that like you can say there's a Tank fight on this day, you don't have to give a fuck about the undercard.
Yeah.
Like even with like Canelo, AJ, you still like the undercard's really fucking stinky. Maybe I don't buy that, right?
No,
Yeah.
I disagree with Canelo.
With Tank,
People will still buy
Tank.
Canelo fight.
No, but even like even for us, like if they say like yeah, Tank's fighting Roach again, we're watching it.
Oh yeah, for sure.
But with
But
Yeah, I
at the
mean,
Canelo,
same time,
Tank numbers wise.
Canelo Crawford, for
ridiculous.
comparison, we're here like we just complained about how Mbili isn't higher up on the card, and like we're like
I'm
it's a
still gonna
whole
watch the fight. That's an amazing fight.
yeah, but it's a dialogue. There's a dialogue about the undercard that's present for these other guys that is never present for Tank, because Tank is the show. He's the whole show. So as much as Tank sucks, he's a very like his presence kind of shows how a star should be. People like because he has good undercards, but the thing is that they're not like stuck on to make it like
They're not necessary.
they're not necessary. You could put a bunch of British domestic title fights on a fucking Tank fight in Baltimore, and you know what? It's still packed by the time he hits the ring.
Yeah.
Oh,
No,
yeah.
yeah, I mean, yeah, for sure.
And I don't think that's something that any other fighter in the sport has. That like you don't even need to talk about the Tank undercard. You can say Tank is fighting, and the
That's
interest
the
is
event.
there.
No, I disagree. I think Canelo is the one that is the dominant force in the sport. I think Canelo is the face of the sport, frankly.
Not
But
I mean, at the numbers
Not-
wise. Like,
numbers
he
wise,
still
yes.
has-
but I'm saying in terms of like you still care about who Canelo's opponent is. You still care about the undercard. With Tank, it's just Tank's fighting.
Well, we can't act like we weren't complaining about Roach before the fight. I mean, come on, that's kind of
Yeah,
revisionist history
but
right
we're
there.
still watching.
Yeah, we're still watching. We
You
still
can
watch
so
Canelo's school.
you can yeah. No, I'm not okay, but I'm not saying Skull. I'm saying like John Ryder and Berlanga. Like I didn't watch him fight John Ryder. That's what I mean. Like you have to draw the line somewhere. But with Tank, it's very like he would have to be fighting like grade schoolers for me to not tune in.
See, the thing is that I think you're kind of underestimating the casual audience of the Mexican community. They will turn up for Canelo no matter what. They always turn up for Canelo. It's known when Canelo fights.
I don't know.
he's
Like
put
I've
them
had
out, that
I've
is
had
a big
casual.
freaking-
I
big
like
freaking
I don't
deal.
know. I know it's highly anecdotal, but like casual friends in real life went from like they know whenever Tank fights. They won't know who the fuck he's fighting. They didn't even know Rolly when he fought Rolly, but they knew Tank was fighting.
Hmm.
But with Canelo lately, it's like, oh, is he still fighting? Like no hopers. And it helps that like the platform he's on is not great either. The platforms he's been on, which is part of it. But I'm saying like at this moment, like a Tank fight has more allure than a Canelo fight. And like, yeah, there was a point a couple of years ago where it was the opposite. Basically, Canelo was the face, but you can only do bum of the month so much while there's another guy who.
I can guarantee you that Canelo Skull probably did just as much as Tank Roach. I can guarantee you that.
Yeah.
And that's what fucking William Skull did. I mean, that's probably the most unknown fighter that Canelo's ever faced. So
Yeah, but he had a
still
nice
think he's the
record,
face of the
though.
sport. He's still the face of the sport. People will come out to watch him no matter what. No matter what, dude. People are gonna watch him. That's just how it is. That's how it.
I don't know.
For Mexicans, we see that as an opportunity to have a day of partying. You know,
It's a
to get
party.
together, make
I just
food. Yeah,
I just don't.
So,
I just
you're
think
kind of
it's like
underestimating it.
the broader American paying audience is what I'm getting at, really, because it's just like Canelo fights seem like an inconvenience now, not to watch, just because the undercard's gonna be shit. It's gonna be on the zone, and they're gonna trap me into like a 9-month contract where they refuse to let me cancel, and I have to report them for fraud.
I mean, let's be real. I mean, if you're thinking about Canelo, what was the last time you think about a good fighter that like people were actually excited for? It's Ryan, you know.
Well, you're just thinking
Twice.
like, guys. Well, there's Ryan and Roach. People were excited for Roach, man. Like people
mean,
show
not
up,
really,
people
dude.
show, and Hector Garcia. Like I'm not saying like hardcores. I'm saying like guys I'm at work with will be like, I don't really want to watch the Canelo fight. It's tough to watch. But like Tank's fighting, they got it. They'll find illegal streams. It's just like it's hard. It's largely anecdotal on my end, but it's like Tank is the whole show. Canelo is starting to have to need a good opponent.
I will say that I think where we're both at is pretty biased because where I live is mainly Hispanic, Mexican community.
It doesn't.
And
It doesn't.
every time Canelo fights, dude, the grocery stores are packed.
It doesn't help.
One reason only.
Yeah.
No
It
fight.
doesn't help that the Mexican communities that like when I go and visit Mexico, these guys fucking hate Canelo. They're like the most Marco Antonio Barrera and Salvador Sanchez glazers you'll ever see.
Yeah, but it's the big majority of Canelo's fan base is Mexican Americans.
Yeah, no, because I go to Mexico and like visit my grandparents, and it's like, fuck, is that ginger fuck still fighting? Like,
Well, they're old school,
I miss when a real fighter like Eric Morales was on TV, and you could watch him for free.
Yeah, they're just old school, But
They're just old school, but that's what I mean, though. Like it's probably just our lived experiences that lead us to similar conclusions with different guys.
I mean, what did the fellas call thing in
But-
this pod? What do you guys think Canelo's bigger star than Tank right now, or what?
Yes.
Yeah, right now, yeah. Like numbers wise, I
maybe
think Canelo's probably still doing the most numbers.
I mean,
One, I think.
yeah,
Those
my main
big stars.
point wasn't. My main point. I got a little lost. My main point was that like as much Tank sucks as a person, the sport needs him.
No, yeah, we need all the stars we can get, no matter what, though.
The sport
I mean, as
really
much as the
needs
piece of
him
shit
because
Tank can
he is the whole package as a star, and the controversy. Again, I hate to call it controversy. He's just a fucking criminal.
Yeah.
But like the presence in this presence in the sport is needed. Unfortunately, is my main thing. Like the sport needs him.
I mean, sports always had bad guys, The sports never been a time where there's been
It's
ethical
boxing.
guys running around.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Boxing, man. It's guys who hit each other in the face with promoters who try to pay them less at every opportunity. Like, that's just how it is.
I think
All
we
right.
got to keep it rolling here.
Let's keep it rolling. We have, yeah. I'll let you to go with that.
Based on time,
Well, we can quickly go over the next item on the news rumors and skip straight to previews because there's literally nothing.
yeah.
We can just skip the break glass and save it.
All right. So there is some Japanese boxers are dying at a pretty alarming rate. And the only move I've seen so far is that the Japanese Boxing Commission has lowered their regional title fights from 12 to 10 rounds. And that's about it. One of the fighters that's currently in a medically induced coma was on an 8-rounder. And
Yeah.
the other one that died was on a 12, I think, is the case.
Yeah.
It's just a stark reminder that this isn't a fucking game.
Yeah, you don't
Yeah.
play this shit.
This isn't a game.
To be
Yeah, man, this is brutal, man. This is sad to see.
to pass a little bit of judgment from my soapbox that we have the luxury of sitting on. I don't think the issue is the rounds as much as it is just the culture.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I
I
don't mean
agree.
the culture of like never say die in a fight, because if it was never say die in a fight, then a lot of other, basically everywhere but the United Kingdom would
Had to sneak
would have
that
this
jab in.
would have this issue, right? But the issues in the culture and training, because like those sparring death matches all the time with little recovery time in between sparring is what causes a lot of this. Because if you just keep sparring and sparring and sparring hard, when you're on a weight cut, your brain literally has no opportunity to recover and rehydrate before a fight.
Yeah.
And because of the sparring culture, even if you get shook in sparring, you know, like I'm gonna say in the West, we have, it's still bad sometimes, like, but we have a lot relaxed sparring culture where, first of all, sparring is, you're not out to kill each other most of the time.
Yeah, you're training.
You're training, you're getting better, you're sharpening up. But even then, you spar once, twice a week. You're not
Yeah.
sparring every single day of training to the death, pretty much. And
Yeah.
that's the difference. You show up halfway to death's door, both from your weight cut, from whatever damage you carry from sparring, and the turnover between fights that gives you no chance to even recover. So you're carrying like 3-4 consecutive camps weight on yourself and your weight cuts before stepping into the ring.
Yeah.
And the culture from a refereeing, coaching, and fighter standpoint is to go out on your shield. So fundamentally, I know it's big to say from the soapbox, and you guys can disagree if you want, but the culture around sparring needs to change in Japan.
No, I agree.
Because you could
I
be
don't know how
fighting.
they would.
You could
I
be
don't know how they
fighting
would
third.
regulate, but yeah.
This
I mean, I agree.
JVC is very strict on this stuff. On whenever they put their minds to something, they're extremely strict. I'm sure there's some way to regulate not if you don't want to regulate the intensity of sparring, because that's difficult. You can regulate the amount of sparring that is done. The same way they regulate like even the most minor drug offenses, and they used to regulate tattoos. Like it's a lot. It like tracking sparring, like amount of times you spar is surely easier than regulating whether a guy has a tattoo or not, or who he associates with in his free time, or whether he's smoking a joint in his house. Like, it's a matter of willingness to regulate and change the sparring culture. And I think part of the changes need to be like, at least for a period, guys need to be more willing to stop fights. Like the culture needs to change to, it's okay to live another day, to change the sparring culture. But again, I don't have the answers. We sit a soapbox across the world.
Yeah, armchair analysts.
Yeah. That's just my point of view, seeing like having fought in the amateurs, not really sparring that much, and not like having being part of a relaxed sparring culture, and then seeing how they treat it over there.
The only time
Yeah, I'm
sparring
open.
ever got hard for me was when, like, if you're doing something wrong, then like a bad habit. That's how they break it. Is like whenever you don't pull your hand back into your guard, and like people on mitts, like they'll slap you on the face or something.
Yeah,
But it's something
I
like
think
that.
I think it was for myself. It was mostly technical, light, like we're working on something specific sparring, and then very occasionally, like basically right as fight camp is peaking, but enough time. We always had 2 to 3 weeks with no sparring before an amateur fight, like no like hard contact. But right at the peak, we'd always like have a couple hard 3 round spars just to like, simulate fight momentum. But the recovery time was always there, and again, if it got out of hand, it wasn't just I'm wailing on a guy or I'm getting wailed on. The culture was always you either pull it back, you lower the intensity a bit, or you just put a plug in it. And I think that's something that is absent in the culture.
Very well thought out.
Yeah.
Hypothesis.
Yeah. Like it's not provable because it's a social thing, but if
Well,
the
that's what I
JBC
thought this.
if the JBC really wants to, they need to start regulating how many times guys spar. But anyways, any other thoughts, fellas?
No,
No,
no.
I fully agree. I mean,
Yeah.
hopefully for the fighters' sake, they can make some changes, like
Something has to
meaningful
change.
changes.
Yeah.
Yeah, somebody's got to get, yeah.
At this point, in the last like year and a half, maybe 2 years, there've been a handful of deaths. Something's got to change.
Yeah.
Something serious has to change.
But do you guys think there is going to be any change, though?
Honestly, no.
I think
Unfortunately,
I'm a little more optimistic just because like it's again, Japan is a more fair weather culture, I'd say, like as a country. I feel like just the fact that two happened, like this incident was repeated on the same card, the same way they'd regulate stuff like the tattoos and who you associate with, and like small things like drinking and drugs and your like PR stuff. The JBC has a higher chance of taking it seriously here, just for optics.
Well, shall we leave it there?
Yeah.
All right.
Unless
And yeah, unless anybody else wants to throw anything
has
out.
any thoughts.
I mean, are we at time?
No, we can keep going, but it's up to you.
Yeah.
We got previews to do.
Just a few.
Yeah. Okay.
All right, let me put some notes in here. Oh shit! On the social media stuff, LVX Media Net, all one word. Hit us with the follow wherever it is you like to do your social media stuff. Wherever you're listening, if you could hit us with a rating, it would really help. Or if you're feeling froggy, a review. If you're not feeling a 5-star review, 833-589-7637. That's a number directly to me. That is my number. So, if you're not feeling 5 stars, let me know why. Give me a chance to correct it. If you don't like the ads, Patreon. Everybody has one. We are no exception. LVX Media Net on Patreon, just like everywhere else. And if you want to get yourself into the conversation, if you hear us referencing the chat, Discord, or you hear SP, lvx.be/discord. That's how you get yourself joined up. If you're into MMA, there's a space for you there too. People talk about fucking like movies, food, pets, fucking everything, books. So if you want to get yourself in the conversation, lvx.be/discord. If you go through Patreon, you could get yourself a nice roll and save yourself the typical discrimination that happens for new users. It's a little bit of hazing, light hazing,
Light?
light-ish. Let me do the time for the ad break. What are you gonna get? Power tools this time? We'll see. What if a small natural step could make a profound difference in your daily well-being? Many of us grapple with everyday stress, looking for natural ways to support our mood, our mental resilience, and our overall vitality. The answer might lie in nature's wisdom. Support for this episode is from psilocybin, the powerful psilocybin mushroom in a convenient microdosing capsule. Revered in traditional practices, psilocybin is gaining recognition for its remarkable benefits in mental health. With psilocybin, you're choosing a natural path to holistic wellness. I feel it's incredibly important to say that this isn't a substitute for professional medical advice, it's just a really good supplement. Of the 3 blends, I've tried the Inner Peace blend, and I can tell you from the beginning I felt a greater sense of calm and mental clarity. I've been juggling with some unfortunate stressors, and I've been doing it with a lot more resilience. But psilocybin is more than just a supplement, it's a step towards a more harmonious you. If you want to have a look at what psilocybin has to offer, go to lvx.be/psilocybin, that's SOULCYBIN, and use the code LuxMedia to get yourself a nice discount. Help us out a little bit in the process. Take the first step towards inner peace and clarity. Nurture your nature with nature. lvx.be/psilocybin. Use code LuxMedia. Pop quiz hotshot. What's tiny, fuzzy, and responsible for a large portion of the food we eat? If you guessed bees, well, you nailed it. Seriously, 1 out of every 3 bites on your plate depends on bees. So there's a bit of bad news here. These little heroes of our gardens and dinners are struggling. Between habitat loss, climate change, and pesticides, it's a fucking bummer. Without them, our world would look a lot different and it would be a lot less delicious. But there is good news. Support for this episode is from Project Honeybees. So when you pick out something nice for someone special, or just something nice for yourself, your purchase adopts a queen bee that you get to name and get to watch over, and you'll support the protection of these extraordinary little creatures. Ready to make a statement and a difference? Go to lvx.be/bees and start browsing for your next gift. Your next favorite accessory can also be a lifeline for our buzzing buddies. Project Honeybees. Get yourself a nice little discount, help us out a little bit in the process, and help save the fucking world. lvx.be/bees. Use code LEO33862. Buzz, motherfucker.
Shrooms.
Shrooms. No, we're not doing the product testimonials anymore. Yeah, that's why I'm pushing the Patreon a little harder. All right, previews. It's fucking light. So, starting first, Wednesday, August 20th, in Sydney, Australia. Let's see, there's a few on here. Jasmine Parr is a lady prospect coming out of Australia. Brock Jarvis, you may remember him. He's fighting again. Michael Zarafa. Still doing it. And at the top of the bill, the next great hope out of Australia, Nikita Tszyu, younger brother of Tim.
Okay, bro.
Wait, is he not the new hotness?
Sam Goodman was the last week.
But there you go. That's the no limit card. It'll be on. I'm not sure how to watch it.
Stream East dot.
That whatever letters they're using.
StreamEast.gd.
We're gonna get banned for saying that shit, right?
No. I'm saying hypothetically,
if I
were going to pirate something, which I'm not, because I live in Australia and will pay for it legally. I would not go to streameast.gd/boxing-streams
Allegedly.
to access this for free, and I would not install uBlock Origin.
I also do not like women.
Hey, you said it, not me. Anyways,
Allegedly.
allegedly.
All right, let's keep it rolling. Friday, August 22nd. This is the prospect series for most valuable promotions. This will be on DAZN. Don't necessarily know who any of these people are, but
It should be a fun card though. They're pretty like the matchmaking is always pretty good on these cards.
yeah,
It's
MVP
not
doesn't pull punches.
it's not Pro Box good because Pro Box is the fucking boom boom saloon where like everything is super evenly matched. Obviously MVP wants their prospects to win, but they're not slouches either.
Moving on, man, it's not the heaviest weekend. Saturday, August 23rd, Queensberry at Planet Ice.
No one's watching this.
Yeah, Jack Rafferty versus Mark Chamberlain. That's your headline.
Linwood watching.
Yeah, if you're Lynn, you're definitely going to be tuning in for all of it. But
I'm gonna be cold and dead in the ground before I watch this shit.
and once more, MVP at the Caribe Royale in Orlando. This is their fight night series, not the.
This is a
prospect.
good card.
Yeah, there's some good
Yeah,
names
man.
on here.
This is an actual good card. Chris Avila and Ariel Perez should be fun. Lucas Body on the watch. Weirdly enough, I'm most interested in Jermaine Ortiz and Steve Claggett.
That I'm looking forward to.
That
Female
should be-
kids.
That should be pretty good. Jermaine Ortiz should totally win that, but Claggett does put up a fight at least. Very Trevor McCumbee-esque type guy.
Steve Claggett sounds like such a throwback fighter, dude. Like some Muhammad Ali would fight.
An OG.
Yeah, an OG like Jerry Cooney.
Fuck is the guy who inspired Rocky again? What's his name?
Not Billy Munn. Not Jerry Corey. Ugly Jerry Corey.
No, Chuck Wepner. It's Chuck Wepner.
Chuck Wepner.
Chuck Wepner. Jerry Corey's different. He did fight Ali and lose miserably, but it was Chuck Wepner. Yeah.
The guy in the red and blue shorts.
Yeah.
Looking at this, at the top two on the bill, it's a reminder that Islander Spanish is fucking wild.
Oh yeah.
Like
Yeah.
So here are the names: Yanquiel, and then Yo Ennis. Fucking on the previous one, on the prospect card for MVP, Yo Elvis. What?
Yo, Adrian.
Yeah, what
Yeah.
what is happening here? I don't know. I just don't get it, I guess. But there you go. Man, that's all we got. That's all the previews. It's like we said, August
Light.
is dire.
Yeah. So we will see better days.
Yeah, it's all right. September should be good.
September. We'll be feasting from September to December, I think.
Yeah.
At least one good
100%.
fight a month. You know?
Yeah.
I mean, in September we got at least Canelo. October we got Virgil and Boots, and then November we got Homeboy, Benavidez.
Yeah. And then December, I have. I can scratch my nuts, I guess.
December, the I mean, we were just talking about
Anyway.
it, but like the Japanese cards are usually
Actually,
really
yeah,
good.
the New Year's card. The New Year's card is
Yeah.
gonna be fire.
December, Boxing Day, and New Year's. Always like they have like just a week-long fight festival. They do kickboxing, boxing, wrestling. Man, the Japanese love their fighters, man. They love fighting.
I wish boxing was like that over here.
It would be really cool
love
if we had something like that.
Well, we just discussed it, but yes, in those aspects, yes.
Oh yeah.
That's it. Let me do this. You've been listening to the Boxing B-Sides, a Lux Media production. If you're just dying to tell us how fucking casual you think we are, you can be a duck and text the anonymous line 833-589-7637. If you want to stand on your business, leave a voice message or send a voice note on WhatsApp. And if you're entertaining enough, you might make the final cut of the show. 833-LUX-PODS. If you prefer to hit us up on social media, the account name is LVX Media Net. That's all one word, and it's on the same on YouTube, Instagram, Blue Sky, all the rest of that bullshit. If you can't find us, chances are we're not on it. If you want to get yourself hooked up with ad-free versions of the episodes and you want to help us out a little bit in the process, look us up on Patreon. LVX Media Net over there, just like everywhere else. Even if you don't sign up on Patreon, you can still help us out by checking out the ad sponsors. You can also help by giving us a rating and a review on whatever app you're listening on. And don't forget, shop.lvx.be. You can snag yourself some threads and help us out there too. Intro and outro music by Middle of Nowhere Beats. And for more shows like the one you just listened to, go to lvxmedia.net. Support for this episode is from Ramen Bay. You love ramen, but wish it had more, fresh toppings that take it from good to epic. But who has time for all that chopping and shit? Well, get ready to level up your noodle game with Ramen Bay. It's the ultimate topper that brings big flavor and incredible texture right into your bowl in seconds. Imagine perfectly seasoned beef or seafood, vibrant vegetables, or savory mushrooms, all freeze-dried to lock in peak freshness and flavor. Just sprinkle as much Ramen Bay as your heart desires as you're boiling up your hot ramen, stir, and watch it transform. All right. So it's a light weekend. Parting words. Isaac, kick us off here.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just gonna say, like, I've been through this multiple times. I mean, it comes in waves. You have like these really light weeks for stretches, but like Saul said, the end of the year is gonna be stacked. We have a lot of good fights. We know November's gonna be good. September, we're gonna have Boots in October. Virgil's coming back. I mean, just be patient. It comes in waves. We will be eating again.
Yeah, I think the beginning of the year got us a little too fat.
Oh yeah.
Anyone else? Parting words?
Don't watch the Queensberry card on the 23rd. Please, go outside for a walk. Do anything.
Yeah, that'll be
Pro Box
midday
good.
for us.
I stole Josh's line. Pro Box good. Let's go Floyd Schofield.
No pro bucks this week. That's why.
Still, Pro Box good.
Agree, actually.
Well, if that's it, then that's it for this edition of the Boxing B-Sides. We'll see you on the other side.
See ya.